I'm Keith,
And I'm James.
and welcome to Vibrations and Libations.
So, what are we listening to tonight, Keith?
Listen to some Led Zeppelin IV.
Led Zeppelin IV.
I call it 4. I think Page and Plant have referred to it as, I think Plant refers to it as the fourth,
The fourth.
but people refer to it as, Zoso.
Yeah.
4 because there's 4 symbols. It's their 4th album. So
Fourth album. That's
what we're going with tonight.
Yeah, we're going with Led Zeppelin IV. All right. So, what can we say about this that hasn't already
Right.
been said? It's Led Zeppelin IV.
It's fantastic. Arguably one of their best albums, if not the best. I don't know. It's a toss-up with me on a couple of things.
I like Houses of the Holy better.
I like Houses of the Holy too. I hadn't listened to much of Physical Graffiti previously, but I just got the album and it's badass.
Yeah.
Because these songs are played in the ground. This one in particular, Black Dog is playing in the ground, and Immigrant Song's not on here, but it's played in the ground. Everybody's heard those songs time and time again.
Right.
Fantastic fucking songs.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
they get worn out on the radio.
Yes. Which and stuff like that they do on the radio is why I don't listen to the radio as much anymore.
Right.
Because certain time of the day they're gonna play those certain songs over and over again.
Right.
It just gets where you don't want to hear them anymore.
At 10:15, they're playing Black Dog, or they're gonna play Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
Which is the next track. But hey, they rock out, and if it hits you right, you're gonna love it.
Yeah. I've had this on CD a couple of times where I've lost it. Of course, I lose a lot of CDs. I bought the record, and it's really good to listen to something that you haven't listened to for a while, and then you just like, fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you listen to it for like 3 weeks, and then you put it back on the shelf again.
Right.
But that's the best thing about music. You can just put it on the shelf, come back to it whenever you need it. When you need it, that's the important thing.
Right. I don't listen to the radio that much lately anyway, so, these songs are kind of a little bit refreshed to me.
Yeah.
So
what are some of the other songs on here?
well, you got Rock and Roll, as I just mentioned,
Right.
Battle of Evermore, Stairway to Heaven, of course.
Stairway to Heaven.
They're epic. 4 Sticks, Going to California, and When the Levee Breaks. And we should go ahead and do our favorites. Let's do our favorites.
Okay, all right. I'll go first. My favorites on this album are The Battle of Evermore and When the Levee Breaks.
Same.
They're
fucking fantastic. When the Levee Breaks, their harmonica. I think probably that When the Levee Breaks is the only track on the album that John Bonham is credited on being one of the writers. And he probably laid down the drum beat first. That drum track was probably laid down. He was like, "Oh, listen to this." And he probably just slammed it down there like, "Fuck." And harmonica came in and the guitar, and it's just driving and badass.
The thing about Led Zeppelin is you're a person who loves Led Zeppelin or you're a person that hates Led Zeppelin. I know some people, they just can't stand them. Kind of the same way with Pink Floyd.
I don't know any of those people because I don't hang out with those people.
Well, some of those people may be big fans of the video we did before.
Yeah.
So, but anyway. But they've got such a myth, such a legend about them, just the band. And then, of course, all the music that they do and their ties to, mystical type of stuff where they have had your interest in Lord of the Rings type of stuff, that they reference.
Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
That's probably turns a few people off. I don't care. it makes good music, man, and
Right.
you know they're not cutting up babies or anything like
Exactly,
that.
yeah.
So.
And but they're a band that probably have just as many stories, good stories, true or false, as they do awesome songs.
Yeah, they have
You
a
know?
myth about the curse, and then because
Yeah.
they hung out at the Crowley House and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, they're fabulous band, probably the greatest rock band of all time.
The greatest rock band? I'd have to think about that one.
They are
Maybe the greatest rock band. Rock and roll, just straight up rock and roll.
straight up rock and roll.
Yeah.
They're titans, gods,
Yes.
living gods.
I'll agree with you on that. They're probably the best rock and roll band.
The exception of John Bonzo. Yeah, I think his son embodies his spirit.
And he plays with them off and on, right? Or
Yeah, they did a concert a few years back in a little reunion show, and he played drums.
Played drums for him.
It was fantastic, by the way.
Yeah. Right.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
You should watch it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've watched enough of it because I'm getting old, I fall asleep.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up on YouTube later tonight. All right, so we've talked about the music. Let's talk about the beer. Keith, what we got on the tap here?
This
Or
is
can?
Boddington's Pub Ale, and this is kind of a little bit of theme because British rock band,
Yeah.
British
Sure.
beer
British beer.
from the UK.
Now, I've never visited the UK. Have you ever visited the UK?
Never, I'm poor.
So if anybody is watching this from the UK, you may say, that beer sucks. Why are you drinking that as a British beer? But
I think
that's what we had.
Until recently, I think it was like their number 6 selling beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
So I don't think they think it sucks either.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open. What's that I hear rattling around inside there?
There's a widget inside.
It's a widget. All right. Cool.
I'm not 100% that it's nitro, but I believe it is. It kind of gives it that draft style, creamy head, kind of like a little bit like a stout.
Creamy head, huh?
Yeah, creamy head. This is your first go around with it, huh?
This is my first go around with it. Wow, yours is all over the place.
I'm getting with it.
All right, so I'm pouring it. It's light in color. Maybe a little bit lighter than an IPA. Won't even fit in the mug.
And
There's
this-
so much over there. 1 pint. You're gonna be drinking a pint.
And it does the little dance like the stouts do as well.
Oh, I didn't pour it hard enough. Man, I suck at pouring beer.
Sorry, James, I'll teach you one day.
Jeez.
Well,
Well, this comes in a 4-pack, so we have 2 more for me to practice on. So.
it's a straw golden English bitter is what it's called.
I can taste the bitter there. Yeah.
Because I poured mine right, I gotta wait to take it.
Man, I might have to pour this out and just get another one and pour it. Think I should?
Well, maybe I should show them mine.
Just show them yours. That's
So
fine.
sometimes you have to wait on your beer. Like if you
Yeah.
pour a Guinness or left-hand milk stout nitro, you pour it in, you dump it in, and it kind of does a little shimmy shake and gets a nice creamy head on it.
I like it that it's got a bit of a sweet taste to it. I think it finishes well.
So what do you taste first? I mean, you said sweet, but you tasting malt or is it something else?
No, I mean it's a lighter kind of malty taste, but I don't know. Let me try again. Yeah, I mean I think it's just a light malty sweetness that I mean it's got that bitter kick to it, but it's really good. I like it. It's the first time I've had this. I don't know if Keith has had this before.
Oh, it's not my first time.
It's not your first time.
No,
so
I've had it.
He's not a baby to the Boddingtons, I guess.
No, and I was in Portland, Oregon, and drinking in a bar, and they had it on tap. They were sold out. I couldn't get it. I was really disappointed in that.
Try and pour the other half here the right way. So this is, this is something I could take to like a concert, like a festival. I'm not going to say down these all day long, but I definitely like it. I mean, I'll buy more of it.
It's definitely way better than that old dual shit you brought here last time.
Yeah. It is a lot better than that. So if you haven't watched the Old Duels and Milli Vanilli video, please do. And that's all I've got to say about it. we really nailed one on that one. So
Did we talk about the alcohol content? 4.6%.
we did not.
Alcohol. Boddington's was brewed in Strange Ways Brewery, but that brewery was bought out by the juggernaut
InBev.
InBev that owns every big brewer in the world. So,
Hey, listen, if you make good beer, I'm going to drink it.
yeah.
You know, whether it's a craft beer or whether it's a, corporate beer, I guess you could say, but I'm going to drink it.
It's just a sad thing, though.
Well, it is. It is because...
And we'll drink the beer and so we don't have to think about it.
Right. It is to a certain degree because then it's like, the big company, it's kind of like they lose they don't lose it because they never had to begin with, but the relationship with the beer and trying different stuff and to use a term from when I was a kid, being posers, on stuff. Now again, if you make a good beer, I'm going to drink it, don't get me wrong, but the thing I really like about a lot of craft companies is that they experiment a lot and they put a lot of stuff out there. Right. The only good thing about the big companies buying out places is that your distribution is bigger, right. So more people are able to try it,
Right, and maybe I wouldn't have tried Boddington's without that.
Sure. Yeah. Now, even
it's only been a few years, but I had Boddington's probably about 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
In distribution, last thing I'll say about that is Founders, which is an excellent beer company, and they are continually moving to different states. I think I saw on Facebook the other day they're going to Alaska, maybe. I think that's what I saw. So they're just, gradually building and putting stuff out there. So, hats off to them for...
They're going the wrong way. They got to come out here.
Well, they're here.
They're here. I mean, they are here. We can get their beer here,
right.
But I think they have a couple specialty brews that they keep close to home.
Oh, yes. I think you're right. Yeah, so... maybe they could do something like that down here. I don't know.
Our state's kind of weird about promotions and things like that.
Yeah, there are several breweries in Kentucky. West 6 is one, probably my favorite one from Kentucky.
Yeah.
They put out a lot of good stuff. But it seems like when you try and contact, other places, they just don't get with you on stuff. So if any beer company out there would like to maybe send us some pint glasses or anything to help promote your beer, we would be more than happy to take that, or I would anyway, and we'll try your beer. We will give you an honest rating.
Yep.
If we don't like it, we're not going to say we like it just because you gave us free shit, but if we like it, you want us to try something different that maybe we haven't tried that's from your company, send us a line, leave a comment or something, we'll get back with you.
Heck yeah.
So, all right. So back to the album here, Led Zeppelin IV. What are we listening to right now?
This is The Battle for Evermore.
The Battle for Evermore. That's probably my favorite song.
Yeah.
On this album. Just a lot of haunting kind of sounds. The acoustics in it. You got in there? Mandolin in there playing.
Right. I believe a mandolin, maybe even a dulcimer too. And actually, this is the only Led Zeppelin track that had a guest vocalist. A little bit of a duet going on in this.
What was her name?
Sandy Denny.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But yeah, she laid down some awesome vocal tracks on this.
I believe that's kind of the haunting part.
Yeah.
Something a little added to Robert Plant there. I always thought it was just an overdub, but
right.
Turns out Sandy Denny rocks.
Yep. So awesome job. Looked her up last night. She's got a lot of stuff and has contributed to a lot of different music. So.
Did she contribute to the Who as well?
I did not read that, but I mean, probably so.
Maybe.
I didn't read it. I don't know. So. All right. So we're gonna flip this over. Or we're gonna go ahead and rate what we got here. Oh, Stairway to Heaven. I forgot about that song.
Yeah, we'll let it play.
We'll let it play. All right.
Oh, well, we can't not talk about Stairway because we were kind of discussing this earlier. Stairway, it's kind of cliche. I mean, it's probably my third favorite song on the album. It's epic, fantastic,
It is, yeah.
well written. The guitar from the acoustic all the way to the rockin' electric solo,
Yeah.
and then you've got the lyrics. It's just
It's an excellent song. I mean, it's awesome.
it is.
I just like the other two better.
And sometimes, you know, we run things in the ground, and it's kind of cliche to like Stairway. And you know, we were talking about Wayne's World, kind of helped make that cliche. You know, no stairway.
Right.
Wayne was in the guitar shop, started to play it. Hey, and points to the sign.
Yeah, no Stairway. I guess would you agree or disagree that this is their Freebird?
Yeah, it is.
Take that as you will. Good comments or bad comments, send them my way for saying that. But I mean, you know, when you think of Leonard Skinner, do you think of Freebird, or do you think of Sweet Home Alabama?
Yeah.
A lot of people when they hear Led Zeppelin, they think Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Which, you know, that's awesome. At least they know who they are. Like some people, I have never listened to Led Zeppelin. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You never listened to Led Zeppelin?
They've listened to Led Zeppelin, they just don't know it.
Didn't know it, right? So, all right. So what else have we got to add about this fucking awesome album?
And we can rate it.
Let's do it. You go first.
6, or out of 5.
No, whatever you want to fucking rate it.
We'll go one more than to keep the British theme. One more. 6.
6. I'll agree with the 6 because it's that good. It's like in my top 10 albums. You know, personally.
Yeah.
It's in my top 10 album of all time that I've heard.
There's probably 2 or 3 Led Zeppelin albums in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this one, this album was actually at one time one of the top 5 selling albums of all time.
Of all time.
It was at one time. It never made it to number 1, but it was number 2, and it was at one time it was the best selling number 2 album ever.
This album's definitely in my top 10, and like I said earlier, Houses of the Holy is my favorite Zeppelin album. I mean, it's just my personal favorite. So, all right, so we both rate the album 6. So let's go to the beer. I've already finished mine. It's done. If I pour another one, I'll do it the right way.
You did a little better than that Old Duels.
Yeah, it goes down a lot better than the Old Duels did. Okay, so Boddington Pub Ale. This is 1 pint, smooth and creamy, and the alcohol was, what'd you say, 4.6?
Yep.
So I mean, if you wanted to, I mean, man, you could just slam these all day long. I could take these fishing. I could take them to a festival, concert. I mean, you could just. I personally could just take care of them all day long. Wouldn't bother me a bit.
Pair well with lighter food, fish, chicken,
Sure.
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know about if I'd want it with hamburgers and stuff like that.
I know.
It just the flavor is a little bit on the sweet side. It's kind of malty a little bit. Definitely creamy and smooth. That maltiness is kind of knocked down, but I don't get why it's called a bitter.
I don't know. Maybe the aftertaste. I'm not sure. But
Not much bitter to it, and
I do. I mean, I can taste a little bit, maybe, but I think it's more sweet than anything.
there's not much hoppy flavor or anything like that.
Yeah.
But all in all, it is a good beer. I'd probably give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah. Maybe if I poured it right. And this being my first one, I would have rated it a little higher. But I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Yeah.
So
3.5 out of 5.
it's a good beer. I'd drink it. Somebody brought it over. Yeah, I'll drink that. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. All right. What else we got to add? Anything?
Nothing else.
All right. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Again, Led Zeppelin IV, Boddingtons. Go try this if you've never tried it and you want to try something that's a little light and you know it's not gonna fill you up tremendously. You know, try this. It comes in a 4-pack. It's not overly priced, not expensive. I mean, I think it's a pretty fair price for what it was. I think I paid, was it $8?
Yeah.
I think it was like around $8 for a 4-pack. So I mean, you know, you can
I'm gonna say yeah, just because.
I think it was around $8. So I mean, you can get it and not break the bank. So, so go try it out. So we're done here tonight. Thanks guys for watching. We appreciate it. Click that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave comments. Let us know what you think about the channel. Watch the other channels. Down here somewhere will be a link to subscribe to the channel. And then maybe over here somewhere in front of Keith, I'll put another link to a video that we have already.
In front of me, in front of this pretty face.
Well, no, I put it like over
put
here.
It over my gut.
I put it over your Easy Rider shirt.
Oh man, Easy Rider, you can't.
We need to do Easy Rider soundtrack.
Oh man, that'd be better.
That's what we need
a lot
to
of good
do.
tracks on there.
Yep. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Bye. Shit, we forgot Donnie Alvey.